In a previous video, we covered the process of creating an account on the ERM website, registering your ERM to the make, model and year of your bike, plus the process of then choosing a tune, purchasing any additional extras and downloading a registration file, plus downloading a copy of the ERM Manager software. Now in this video what we're going to do is talk about the process of setting up or preparing the ERM using that ERM Manager software. And we're going to start off by making sure that the firmware on the ERM is up to date. So when these ERMs are manufactured, they are produced with whatever is the latest firmware at that particular time, but we can often release updates, and so sometimes the stock that is on the shelf may have an outdated firmware version. So every time you purchase a new ERM, it is best to check that you are running the latest firmware, and if not, update the firmware straight away. So there's two ways of doing a firmware update. One of them involves simply powering the ERM and following the online update process by which the ERM will connect to a local Wi-Fi network and check our server for any firmware updates. The second way to do a firmware update is using the ERM Manager software, and I'll talk about that second. So for now, let's talk about the process of doing an online firmware update directly from the ERM itself. So first of all, we need to have the ERM powered. Now in this case, I'm using the supplied USB cable that was provided with the ERM, and I'm powering it from a laptop. But for this process, you can also power the ERM on a bike. So when you receive your brand new ERM and turn it on, this is the first screen that you will see. And at the top of that screen, there's an online update button. Simply press that button. It will then scan for available Wi-Fi connections. Pick the connection that you want to use. Press connect. It will then ask you for a Wi-Fi password. Now, the ERM will store one Wi-Fi password for one connection. So if this is a connection that you by chance have used before with your ERM, it will already have the password. Otherwise, you enter it one time, and each time you use that same connection, it'll already have the password saved. So now we just need to enter the password. Once the password has been entered, press the tick on the bottom right corner, and it will then attempt to connect to the Wi-Fi network. Once it's connected, it will check the connection, and then it will go ahead and check for updates once you press OK. So in this case, there is an available update. There's some notes there that you can read, and then press Update Now. It will download the required firmware, and then the ERM will reboot. So now the ERM is rebooting, and once it restarts, it's loaded with the latest firmware and ready to proceed. Now, because this particular ERM has not been paired to a bike, it has returned us to that same screen that we saw earlier on. But because we've performed the update, we know that the firmware is the latest version. So now we will go ahead and install ERM Manager on our laptop. And once that's installed, I will show you the second way that we can perform the firmware update using ERM Manager. And then we will also go through the process of sending the registration file and the tune to the ERM. So now that we're back at our computer, the next thing that we need to do is install ERM Manager. Now, in order to do this, you will need to find the files that you downloaded from the ERM website that we ran through in a previous video. So on this computer, I saved those files to the Downloads folder. And just as a quick review, in that previous video, we went through the process of creating an account on the ERM website, registering the ERM to your particular year, make and model of bike. We then downloaded a registration file for the ERM. We downloaded a tune for the ERM, and we also downloaded the ERM Manager setup files. So go ahead and find those files that you saved to your computer. You can see here the ERM Manager setup folder that I've highlighted. It is a zipped or a compressed folder. We do need to unpack that or unzip that file. On this version of Windows that I'm using, all you need to do is right click on that file and then select Extract All. Previous versions of Windows may have a similar process. If you're using an early version of Windows, you may need to use a program such as WinZip in order to decompress or unzip this file. So I'll press Extract All. It's asking me where I'd like to save it to, which is the same location that it's currently at. I'll press Extract. And there we go. So you can see here there is a new folder that has appeared. It has exactly the same name, but it no longer has the zipped folder icon. So we can go ahead and double click that to open it. And inside you'll see ERM Manager Setup version 1.6. Now version 1.6 is correct at the time of filming this video. There may be newer versions in the future. Let's run the setup program. Double click. If you get a notification that asks if you want the app to make changes to your device, press yes. This box is asking if we'd like to create a desktop shortcut. I'll press yes and next, and then install. So that's finished it's finished installing ERM Manager on the computer. Finally, there's a checkbox here asking if we want to launch ERM Manager, and I'm going to tick that and press Finish. So now ERM Manager will start. Again, if you do happen to receive a message that asks if you want the app to make changes to your device, press yes. And we can see here that we now have ERM Manager version 1.6 up and running on our screen. Now, in order to connect to the ERM, you want it to have it powered. You can either power it using the supplied USB cable, so it'll receive power from your computer, or you can actually have it connected to a bike at this stage, as long as the bike is within Wi-Fi range of your computer. ERM Manager will connect to the ERM via Wi-Fi. And in fact, that's just an important thing to note at this time. The provided USB cable only supplies power to the ERM. It's not used for any sort of data transfer. The ERM will only ever connect to your computer via Wi-Fi. So in order to connect to the ERM, press refresh on the ERM Manager screen. ERM Manager will scan for devices, and you'll see your device come up on a list here. Click on it once to highlight it in blue, and then press connect. Now, so it's connected to the ERM, and immediately you'll see this message pop up saying firmware update available. So earlier in this video, I mentioned that there were two possible ways to update the firmware on your ERM. I showed you the first of those, which is the online update directly from the ERM. This is the second method. So every time you turn on the latest version of ERM Manager and connect your ERM, it will double check the firmware on the ERM, and if there is an update available, it will prompt you to load that update. So before going any further, especially when you're setting up a new ERM, we always suggest to make sure you have the latest firmware version on that ERM before proceeding. So I will press update. So ERM Manager is now sending the updated firmware to the ERM via Wi-Fi, and once that process has completed, the ERM will reboot. So now the ERM is rebooting, and it's turned on again now. And now ERM Manager normally would reconnect to the ERM automatically once it has done the firmware update. If by chance it doesn't, you can simply go through that initial connection process again, where you press refresh, wait for the ERM name to appear on the list, click on it to highlight it in blue, and then press connect. So now that we're reconnected to the ERM, on the home page here, you can see it tells us some details about the ERM, and it's telling us here that our ERM is not registered. So under the registration title, it says our ERM is not registered, and it also says that it does not have a tune loaded on it. So the first thing that we need to do is load a registration file to the ERM. So on the left-hand side, press the registration tab and then press upload registration. Now again, we need to go to the files that we downloaded from the ERM website and locate that registration file. Now the registration file will, the name of the registration file, sorry, will always be the device ID of the ERM. So you can see here the device ID is highlighted in blue, and the registration file also will always end with .bin, which is the file type. So locate that file on your computer, wherever it was that you saved it to from the ERM website, highlight it and press open, and ERM Manager will send it to the ERM. So almost immediately it says successfully uploaded registration. Straight away we can now see under registered to, it says TSP admin. Under bike it says KTM Group 2025 250 TBI EXC. And I can see as well under additional features that Pro Mode is activated. So we know that the registration file successfully went across to the ERM. The next step is to load one tune. So press the Tunes tab on the left-hand side, press TSP Tune 1 at the top, and then press Upload TSP Tune. Now, we're doing exactly the same process as the registration file. We need to locate the tune that you saved to your computer in the earlier video when you created an account and registered the ERM. So find that tune file. The tune file will always end in .enc, and the name of the tune file will contain your device ID, highlighted there in blue, and also the name of the tune itself. So locate that file, highlight it, and press open. ERM Manager will now send that tune file to the ERM, and once it's completed, the ERM will reboot. So that's just about done. The ERM is rebooting now. Again, ERM Manager should reconnect automatically. However, sometimes if it does not, you can manually reconnect again, like we discussed earlier. So this is reconnected. On the home page here, we can see registration. It tells us again who it's registered to and the bike. Under TSP Tune 1, it tells us the name of the tune that we've just loaded. So if we go down to Tunes, the Tunes tab again on the left-hand side, we can see Original Tune, TSP Tune 1. Now that we've loaded a tune into TSP Tune 1 position, we now also have access to TSP Tune 2 position. So the ERM can technically hold your original tune plus up to two two-stroke performance or four-stroke performance tunes. At a minimum though, in order to pair to your ECU and begin using the ERM, you only need one of those TSP or FSP tunes on the ERM. So now that we've loaded our registration file and at least one tune, you'll now notice on the ERM itself that the initial screen that it's displaying has changed slightly. It now shows you a screen where it's instructing you to connect the ERM to the bike, and at the bottom of that screen, if you scroll down, there's a button there which is titled Pair. So now we're ready to take the ERM to the bike, connect it to the bike, and then pair it to the ECU. So we'll cover those next steps in the next video.